there's ever a website that really tries hard, like I'm talking about tries hard to reach and stretch video game topics, nerd culture, anything, and try to twist it into some kind of weird LGBTQ commentary, it's the gamer. And once again, this website is trying to make Link from Legend of Zelda some kind of queer icon. They did this in the past, trying to say that Link is trans, and they're doing it again. Taking a look at this article, I'm like, oh my gosh. And what's great is when I have nothing to talk about, I always have full confidence that somebody on this website's gonna write something so fucking stupid that I'm gonna have a plethora of content to talk about. So, looking at this article, we're going to read this first paragraph here because it's utterly ridiculous. They say Nintendo has been often quick to shut down the assumption of LGBTQ plus characters or themes in its games down. The most recent example of being Shiver in Splatoon 3. Companies like Nintendo have plenty of reasons to hide away queer themes, typically because they want to avoid controversy or confrontation, and have traditionally been more likely to mock queer themes than embrace them. Always got to play the victim, right? Always have to be oppressed. Like, it's almost like a, hey, we're gay, so please oppress us so we could fucking write these soapboxes and feel important. It's always that. Anyways, continuing with this. This is where I rolled my eyes. This says, even The Legend of Zelda plays off old stereotypes of gay men in older games. But whether Nintendo knows it or not, Zelda's a series with queerness at its heart. And it's been that way since the beginning. So I read this article and I was like, oh God, gag me with a fucking spoon, please, for the life of my God. Okay, Link is very feminine, or has like these, I guess, features that are a little bit more in between both of that. But the whole concept between Link is that you're supposed to feel relatable to the character. That's why they try to make them, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Okay, the whole concept is that you are the link between the game and the real world, and it's you, and Link doesn't have a voice, yada yada yada, like all that stuff. We've heard it all. It's like some kind of artistic expression. But the one thing that you guys need to realize is that Nintendo isn't purposely making Link gay in any shape, form, or fashion. Now, this article is pushing more of the thing that Nintendo is doing it, whether they like it or not. They are the ones doing it and forcing it. And it's almost like they're trying to push it and force Nintendo and the people who develop Zelda to listen to their narrative. It's almost like a weird delusional type of thinking. It's okay if that's how you translate Link, first and foremost. Like, if you're playing a game, you feel you connect to that character and kind of relate or feel that it translates into some kind of narrative that makes it feel relatable to you, I guess, that's fine. But guess what? That's you as an individual. That's not Nintendo doing that. That's you feeling that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're making articles like this, kind of trying to push this whole narrative, it's fucking weird, in my opinion. Sure, you can have your own, I guess, opinion about it and stuff. But you need to remember, Legend of Zelda is all about the excitement of epic storylining and iconic adventures, right? It's all about the land of Hyrule and all this whole lore behind it. You know, you could speculate all you want about hidden messages and queer themes inside of it. And that's fine on your own. But trying to say, like, you know, Nintendo, whether they like it or not, like, you're trying to force it against them. Whether you like it or not, this is gay. So fuck off. You know what I mean? So, yeah, fan interpretations, theories are always going to be a part of series that are as beloved as Legend of Zelda. I mean, it's one of the most passionate fandoms out there, which you're going to have people of all sorts of beliefs, all sorts of shortcomings and stuff. And, you know, there's fan art, there's fan fiction, there's discussions on forums, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if somebody wants to make fan art or fan discussion or fan fiction and show, I guess, LGBTQ messages in that, by all means, that's fine. But you need to learn how to distinguish between fan interpretation or fan fiction and actual established canon of the game. And when you think of Legend of Zelda, It's not canon that Link is gay. I'm sorry to break that to you, LGBTQ. Leave Link alone. As far as canon goes, you're trying to shove and force feed this thing, and that's why people get tired of it. That's why people are like, oh, this woke agenda is being shoved. You're it's like if Nintendo flat out came out and said Link is a man, Link is this, Link is not gay, you guys would cancel Nintendo in a heartbeat just because it will make you feel relevant, that it makes it feel like you have something going for your life. It's like they have to be oppressed. They have to feel like they're having injustice as far as life goes because they're gay. That's how it goes. That's how social justice warriors work. That's how identity politics work. You can explore diverse ideas and all that and speculate, but you need to remember that your interpretation, whether you're straight, whatever, blah blah blah, does not alter the creator's original vision for the game. That's where it starts to get a little weird when you see articles like this individual that wrote this. So you got to remember, just because a company chooses to avoid LGBTQ themes in their games doesn't mean they are homophobic. It just means that they want to have some kind of escape, like the land of Hyrule, as a way to escape the real world. All right. Maybe they want it to maintain a broader appeal. Maybe they want it to focus on other narrative elements. Why does it need to be a main focus whether a character is straight or gay? I have no clue. That doesn't make a person an interesting character. You got to look at a creative direction of Link. He's courageous. He's brave. He, does the noble thing. He's fearless. All right. Those are all positive traits. It doesn't need to have a label of sexual orientation on top of that. Canon wise, like official canon wise. So you need to remember the creative direction of Zelda. Just because you interpret it one way doesn't mean that it needs to be that way. That whole whether you like it or not mentality is fucking weird when it comes to some of these people, especially from the gamer.com, because Zelda is a very captivating franchise. It has iconic characters. The gameplay of it, it's honestly, it's my favorite series of all time. Ocarina of Time is my favorite video game, but if you look at all the different things that they've made with the series throughout the years, it's fantastic. And I think it brings joy to millions of players worldwide. And you're more than welcome to speculate about themes or hidden messages, but you need to remember, before you force or interject your politics into it, there's an intended vision for the game, and it doesn't include that. Sorry, you need to respect creative directions that are actual canon, and not just with Zelda, but like with TV shows and stuff. It almost feels like they want to fucking like force interject stuff, and if it doesn't come their way, if they don't get what they want with their interpretation, they're homophobic. All right. So you could definitely have a personal connection to Link because that's the way the character was designed. You can interpret different things, but just because you feel that way doesn't mean everybody else should feel that fucking way. So I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts about this article. If you guys want to go and read it and take a look at it, this website, The Gamer, always has like the weirdest editorials, the weirdest opinion pieces that just make me like roll the eyes in the back of my head. I'm not trying to be insensitive to any of people's like feelings or soapboxes or things like that, but when they kind of have like this whole prodding and they really want people to buy into it, it's kind of weird in my opinion, and it's like yuck. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay or anything like that, but to force and be like, whether you like it or not, Nintendo, this is what Zelda is. It's always been queer, and you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's almost like a sense of cringe that I always have to just give my thoughts on. And it's not because it's projection or any of that crap. I always like that when people like say, oh, you're just triggering it's projection. No, dude, it's fucking cringe, honestly. Especially the cringe part isn't so much the LGBTQ stuff. The cringe part is the pitchforking and the virtue signaling and the going after people that respectfully disagree. That's where I find the cringe at. But I just want to give my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you on the next one. Have a good day.